So because we already have the naming working for us with that node, what we can do here is to create a sequence that you just press play and it's going to run one after the other, then the other. And you can do that using the tasks tab. So double click here and let me, I place in manual so it's faster to link everything. I'm going to do a ROP fetch. And the ROP fetch, we can start with the rain. So what you need to do here, you need to copy this and drag. So this is what we're going to fetch. And let me rename that the same name so we know what we're doing. And the frame and batching, we don't want a single frame, we want the frame range, and we want to link this to here, right? All right, if it's a simulation in here, you need to also do something here that cook frames as a single work item and all frames in one batch. You see here, when work with items from the same frame range, a group into a batch that is scheduling a single job. This is used for simulations where each frames depends on the previous frame. What happens, like if I run without this, for example, meshing, you can run like different batches, and maybe 10 frames is running at the same time, but then frame 4 is finished before the third frame, and it's going to just like be a mess with the simulation that you need one frame when this frame finishes, the other one, and you can't have like multiple frames running at the same time. So it's important to check this when you have like that, and then wait for all. So the next task, it's only going to start when you have when all these are finished. All right, so this is the first thing. Also, the cache mode, you can say to write files. Otherwise, if you already have files saved in your machine and this is to automatic, it would not run again. It's just going to skip everything that you have saved into your machine. So I'm going to say to write files, and that's perfect. So let me go, and the next is the building rain, and I have this guy. So we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and copy these two guys. Check in here. I'm going to keep the same name. It doesn't need to have the name. It's not taking account that because it's going to save in this. This is just like how it's organizing everything. But just for my personal organization, I like to have the same name so I know what's linked. And of course, we need to relink this one. This is the ROP path. And this is also simulations, so we can keep this. I like to relink to this one instead of the other one, just because you might have one simulation that you want to run in a different frame range. So that's always going to match perfectly. And wait for all. Then the next thing is the character. You could run like two at the same time, but then your RAM or anything could go wrong. So I like to get like this in order. So I'm going to just go ahead and do this in here. All right, so sliding drips. What we have here? Okay, we have also the VDB from the clothing. In this case, yeah. So we need another one, and it's good because the VDB is not it is not a simulation. I can show you the difference. All right, so now this one I'll go with her. Then of course we're going to do the same thing, frame range, link, and then this is the ROP that you link. Don't forget to, because we're just copying that, don't forget to always relink. And then now it's important, there is one thing that is important now, because this is running in order. So for this simulation to run, we need to have this finished, right? So it's important that we have like this one finished before. So I'm going to call this one the VGB drips mail, and then this one wait for all. But now we have a difference here. All right, so the frames per batch, it means like it's going to cook each item a separate job. When this parameter is set to a value greater than 1, work items are grouped into batches. So it means that like if I get like different batches of groups, you can set them in here. But in this case, I'll keep as 1, but we don't need to have like the all frames in one batch in this case. What I want to do instead is just relink that, and then we can run the simulation after this is finished. You see how much time you can save, because once you have all this chain, you can put at night, let it run everything. One's going to finish, then the other, then the other. And then when you have a different scene, different camera, you can just come in here and just, because this is linked already, you just change our control node there that define this and the naming, and you just run and everything is going to work. All right, so this is one. So yeah, him sliding drips, this guy, and yeah, this one we need to all batches in one, all frames in one batch, and of course we need this. And I think I forgot to relink this. You see the mistake? Oh no, it was correct. I did. So I didn't do a mistake. Him sliding drips, and yeah, it's all correct. And then we don't even need that because it is going to wait for all, but yeah, whatever. We can get like, and then you don't need to place like anything in the end. Like you can just, we can do like a no here if we want. And I can get like generate node. It's going to ask to save. So I'm going to save and continue. And then it's going to generate all for us. So I'm going to just come in here and stretch everything out. If you select everything, press A and slide. It's going to slide in different direction and set everything correctly. So now you see all this going to run for 100, 100, 100, all of them. So then we can come in here and cook node. Then it's going to start and cook one after the other. I'm going to do that. It's late here. I'm going to sleep, and tomorrow I keep with our cat. Thank you. I just thought that would be cool to show you if you already don't know how to prep everything sequence. So it's cool. Thank you. Bye bye.